That is one huge forestry site. Heyo and welcome to another episode of Pine Harbor County, our first Cities Skylines 2 Let's Play, where we're going to use and abuse the new operating district mechanic that was introduced in Cities Skylines 2. Today we're going to continue to expand our first city of Pinecrest Junction, and yes, I know last week I said that we'd potentially name this city Spruce Junction, but I changed my mind. I thought Pinecrest sounded better. So I did let the simulation run a bit before beginning today's episode, as I wanted to give the game some time to catch up with all the building that we have been doing thus far. During this time, we did reach milestone number 5, Tiny Town, but instead of focusing on that milestone, I want to focus on adding our first specialized industries. In particular, I want to add some forest industry, as that is what I pictured Pine Harbor County's major export to be. So let's jump right on into it and begin building. Alright, so before we get to prepping our future industrial sites, I want to draw our first district. After all, this is a series where we use and abuse the operating district mechanic in Cities Skylines 2, so let's jump right in and draw the first district out. And what I want to do is actually start along this river here. Our district is going to end here, and up here we're going to start into either a new district or the capital city. So go a little nuts with this new tool that we have, because we can. Nice. Now that we have that drawn in, let's go around and start assigning every service to the district. Yep, so right here, operating districts. This is the mechanic that we are going to thoroughly abuse here. And there we go. Palmer Springs, soon to be renamed. So let's go through and just assign all the districts here. Sorry, assign all the service buildings to the district. Certainly having an issue talking today, that is for sure. Awesome. Okay, I think we got them all. Okay, all that is left is to actually come in here and rename the district. And then I am going to place the roadside parking fee on. I really want to encourage everyone in the district and in this whole county not to get in their cars. So my plan is to take our transport and lower the prices on public transport and offset that hopefully by the cost of using cars. So the max you can do is 50. I'm gonna be a real jerk and say that everyone has to pay 25. Sweet, so before we get into the industry area, I want to claim some land for a future exports park. In particular, I want to add a harbor and a rail yard to this area here so that we can actually start exporting our industrial goods. So let's start by purchasing some tiles, and I want to actually come out here and I want to purchase these 6 here. That should actually, when we come into our info view, yeah, it gives us a little bit of access to our outside connection here for the harbor. The harbor will probably be right about here, and I'll probably put the rail yard right around here or here, whichever is easier to connect up to this pre-made line. And then we are going to want to come into our development tree and come down to our transport tab, and I am going to want to purchase the harbor node, the water node, and the train node. Okay, and then before we get to actually plopping the harbor and the rail yard out, I want to do a little bit of terraforming and lay out some more roads just in this area so we have a bit of a framework and have an idea of where we want everything to go and how everything to look. So let's jump right on into that, and I will see you in a few moments. Okay, so quickly off camera, I did add this little lip of terraforming right here. I did that because I decided I actually wanted our cargo harbor to sit this way versus this way. So with that said, let's jump in and actually put our cargo harbor down right here. And then let's come in and clean up the roads. Perfect. Okay, now that we have that squared away and we have this turned off for the time being, let's add in our rail yard. Let's see how good we estimated this chungus. Man, not bad, not bad. But really, I think I want to place it right here. Okay, so hopefully that will work. We will find out really fast if it doesn't when we turn it on. Awesome. Okay, who's ready to dig into forest industry? So I'm gonna start by actually coming out here. And I'm gonna grab these tiles right here to start our expansion. All right, I know we've done a lot of road layouts today so far, but let's dig into one last time lapse and lay out the foundation for our forest industry. Okay, so now that we have the foundation laid out, I want to start coming in and plopping this industry, especially since our demand is quite aggressive right now. So, how I want to do this is start by snapping to some of these areas that I've already kind of laid out. On this one, let's add a little nub of a road, little driveway, and do the same thing. Awesome. I kind of love that each one looks just a little bit different. Like, look at that. It's so cute and quaint. All right, so let's continue plopping some of these down here. Okay, so I did take the opportunity really quickly off camera to add just a little bit more forest industry in this area here. And now what I would like to do is add some additional low density single family homes to kind of satisfy this demand. It's going to be a little bit of an experiment because I am going to place it out in this area here. So what I'm going to start with is coming in just to the industry itself and checking our wind patterns. I don't think we are going to be expanding polluting industry past this block here. I'll probably keep this more offices or non-air polluting services. So we should be okay to build a little bit here and here and a little bit here. And I may even actually add one more forest spot here, which actually I am going to do. So let's come in real quick. Gonna take a gravel road. Actually, what I'm going to do is just delete this road and come in here and snap right there. And how about one also right here? And we will come in, grab a little bit more of our forest industry, hit I to toggle back to a normal view. Okay, now what I do want to do on this one is just come back in and give this node a nice beautiful 90-degree corner. And now let's come back in and add a second one. I think we're going to get right up nice and snuggly with our other industry. Okay, perfect, and we'll come in here again, grab this node here, and just make it nice and 90. Okay, so now that we added just a tad bit more industry there, let's come in with our single family homes. Once again, I am going to toggle that off because I want to be able to see what I'm doing here. And let's just add in a few blocks here. There we go. Now this does produce noise pollution. So I just want to make sure we stay outside. I guess I'll call this the inner ring radius, the outer ring radius. I want to stay no closer than this radius here. So once again, coming in. Just want to see our noise pollution again. Okay. I think we'll just add a little block of houses there. Okay, I'm gonna do real quick. Let's actually delete right here. Make this an alley. Just to get those houses in there. See if I can quickly zone those back in. Awesome, okay. And then where else would we like to place? Just a few houses. Okay, I think this would be good for now. We'll leave it like this and see how this little experiment goes. We'll see how happy these houses end up being, especially because they're going to be very far away from any kind of commercial, though what I will do is just get a little bit of commercial. Just get like a nice 6x6 here. And here, just... Okay, maybe not 6x6. Let's go with a 4x4. I really just want it to be one building. There we go. Just to get a little bit of commercial in there for them. Okay, so we have built a lot today, so I want to begin wrapping up this episode with a Beautifying the Build time lapse and also allow the simulation to run for a bit to catch ourselves up on some of our demands. So with that said, let's jump into it and I will see you guys in a few. Oh, would you look at that? We ended up hitting Boomtown in this episode as well. Okay, I think that's a good place to wrap up today's episode. Next week, I'm going to either start implementing the first public transit or begin plopping some of the signature buildings we've unlocked thus far. Let me know down in the comments below which you would rather see, and while you're down there, consider giving this episode a thumbs up and subscribing for additional content. Until next time, I hope you have a phenomenal weekend.